Hey guys, it's Miles Seegers, and folks, just so you know what I'm doing, I'm checking my control panels, I'm checking my other windows open, so I don't have a double video in the background. That kind of happens to me every other week, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that you only hear my voice twice. So I got a window open, guys, because I want to be able to see your posts, I want to be able to see your comments and questions, but at the same time, I don't want two videos playing in the background. You know how technology can be, guys, so let me just double check that that's not going to happen, and we shall get started. How's everybody doing tonight? Good out there? Cool. Yeah, I see a video trying to make its way in the background here, so I'm going to make sure that's muted. Just give me 1 second, guys. All right, guys, we are live, and again, guys, I just, yeah, see that, guys? I hear something right now. Hold on. Hold on, guys.
This meeting every single time happens to me. Every time.
You know what's funny, Angela and Jordan and the people out there? I made sure, you guys follow me each and every week, I made sure that I had everything closed down. I was a good boy this week. And everything was closed down. But for the first time, I also decided to put my laptop on the side because I wanted to use that too. And wouldn't you know it, the laptop started playing. So, technology. So, we are going to get started, guys. Welcome, folks. My name is Miles Seegers for the BIM Transformation Team Hangout, just like we do each and every Monday night at 7:30. But tonight, guys, obviously, it's Wednesday night. Well, I think it's Wednesday night for most of you guys. I know some of you are in Australia, Singapore, all over the world. Anyway, guys, I want to welcome you to this hangout. And guys, the reason why I decided to have this very special hangout and to have it on this very special day is because I'm going to say special 3 times, guys. I have 2 very, very special guests with me tonight. And folks, when I say that, I'm not hyping it up, guys. I mean that. First of all, I'm blessed that they're here. I know they're extremely busy, so for them to come on this hangout and share what they're going to share with you guys, you know, we should all be thanking them. Now, folks, you know me. You know how I like to do my hangouts. You know I don't like to BS it. I like to get right to the point, and I like to say things how it is, how they are. So, with that said, guys, why are we all here? Why are you guys on this hangout? Why do you guys follow me every Monday night at 7:30? Why are you here tonight when you can be watching a game show or some movie or something? I'll tell you why you're here. You're here because you want a better life, number one. You want to better your life for your family, your children, and bottom line, guys, look me in the eye, guys. Bottom line, you want to learn how to make money online. Period. It's not, again, it's not that I'm such a great guy, you like my smiling face. You're here to learn how to make money online, or if you've been trying, you've been struggling, you're going to learn how to get your business finally going. Finally going. And for all you network marketers out there, you're going to learn how to finally start building that downline, how to start making some money. So, you guys know how I can talk. I actually have I got a muzzle over here. I got a little timer that says, you know, Miles, shut up, you're talking too much. Guys, this is not going to be, I said this last week, folks, this is not going to be the Miles show. This is going to be, yeah, I'm going to say it this way. This is going to be the Angela and Jordan show. Because, guys, these 2 folks, I guarantee you, if you listen to what they have to say, just really, really listen. Close Facebook, you know, turn off your cell phone, really focus and listen. I guarantee you, for all of you that have been struggling to make money online, you'll finally learn how to do it. And you'll also learn what's been missing from your prior business that has stopped you from, you know, earning money online or what have you. So, without further ado, let me just kind of calm down here because I'm pretty excited tonight. Without further ado, guys, I'd like to introduce my very special guests, Angela Moore and Jordan Schultz, and they are going to talk to you about a movement that has just started Well, they'll correct me if I'm wrong. I think it started about 2 weeks ago, but this movement, guys, I guarantee you, for anyone out there looking to make money online, and guys, not just make money online, redesign your life. Build a lifestyle, leave a legacy to your children. You are in the right place. So without further ado, well, that was a long introduction. Without further ado, guys, here's my buddies, Angela and Jordan. What's up, guys?
Oh my God! You know what? I understand the excitement, dude. I'm literally sleeping. We were talking on the way back from dinner, and I've been sleeping like 3 to 4 hours a night. Which, for people that don't know me, I have not had an alarm clock in 4 years, and I typically sleep about 8 to 9 hours a night with a nap in the afternoon. So it's been exciting to say the least. And to correct you, you are right, Miles. We've been around for 3 days, not even 72 hours yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little more shocking, isn't it? It's like, what the heck happened here? It's blowing our minds as well, man. It's absolutely crazy. So, Angela, I'll let her jump out and share whatever, and then we'll go into it.
Yeah, I mean, like, the reason Miles probably thinks that we've been around for a few weeks is because we did a cold traffic test. Like, in case you guys aren't aware what cold traffic is, warm traffic. So cold traffic is basically people that have never heard of you before. Media buys, solo ad traffic, things of that nature. They're not connected with you on Facebook. They don't see your face. There's really absolutely no reason for them to know you, like you, or trust you. And I think it's about a week ago now, right? Yeah, it was like literally last Wednesday. We tested like several thousand clicks over the course of a few days. The testing started Wednesday, and we ran like 10 or 12,000 clicks with ice cold traffic with a new concept which basically the new concept was this. We wanted the little guy to be able to win. We wanted the person that's never come online before to be able to come online, go through a very simple process, a step-by-step process, and start succeeding without having to learn marketing. So we tested a whole bunch of stuff with cold traffic, which we'll get into here in just a little while, but I want to take you guys back to like how this vision actually started. Before we jump into the test results and how everything went and how we ended up here with Miles here today, which we're super, super excited about, I want to take you guys back to back when I was struggling and Jordan was struggling. I got into this industry right around 6 years ago now. Jordan's been here about 5.5 years, and both of us struggled for a really long time when we first got started. And the reason we struggled for so long, actually, Jordan figured it out. He's smarter than I am. He figured it out in 14 months. It took me like 4 years. I struggled for 4 years. He struggled for 14 months before he was able to quit his job. For me, it took longer, and the reason why it took, even 14 months, because that is a significant period of time. It's a longer time than most people would be willing to spend before they quit and said, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna give up on my dreams, right? Most people would quit before 14 months. For me, it took 4 years. Like most people in their right mind would quit before 4 years and $45,000 in debt. But for me, I kept trying to try and get like this thing up and running. I saw the vision, I saw the dream. I wanted a way to be able to, live my life without having to set an alarm clock every day, without having to, go to a job that I didn't like. I saw what was possible, so I stuck with it. But since that time, and I finally figured it out 4 years ago, since that time, I've sponsored hundreds of people into my teams. Jordan sponsored hundreds of people into his teams, and whilst we've been able to have some people in our team break through, to combine together in the past year and a half or so, we've had around five or so six-figure earners that have popped up in our teams, but out of hundreds and hundreds of people. And so we saw something where we're like, there's got to be something we can do. There's got to be a better way where the average person can come online and use our skill set, our learning curve that we've already endured, and have that work towards their goals so that they don't have to go through the same thing that we went through, because my gosh, it was awful. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was like I would spend 10 hours a day marketing and the other 10 hours a day working as an insurance broker, and I would sleep for 4 hours a night. It was really, really rough for a long time. And this goes back to probably about 10 months ago or so. I finally had a team member of mine. She broke through and she started actually exceeding my results. This is kind of where my vision for this started. and will lead up to where we are now, because this is just really, really cool. I'm super excited to share all of this with all of you guys here tonight on Miles' Hangout. But about like 10 months ago or so, I had a team member of mine who really broke through. She came to my team and within 2 months started outproducing me. She started literally, I at the time was getting like 2 sales a day, and she came through and was brand new, and within like a couple of months she started getting 3 to 4 sales a day. And I was like, oh my, you gotta be kidding me, this is awesome. Like finally, oh my gosh, like the whole like 1 in 500 thing is true. And I was so excited. And then what happened is like a month later, like she was using Facebook ads, and Facebook like shut her account down. And she was like, I mean, she was brand new. She kind of lucked into finding an awesome strategy right out of the gate that worked for her. And right around that same time, my strategy stopped working and Jordan's strategy stopped working. It's literally 3 separate strategies, and all of our strategies just stopped working. And I remember at the time feeling like, you know, I've earned 6 figures in this industry. I've sponsored hundreds of people. I just lost my traffic. He just lost his traffic. And I have a girl on my team who just lost her strategy and is clearly smart enough to do this business because she just started outproducing my results. What is wrong here? What can I do to change, like, essentially the way that everything has gone? And I've been kind of working on it, like, for the past, like, 10 months or so, trying to think of a way to have the new person succeed, a way where a new person could come in and just follow, you know, a few simple set of instructions, send traffic to funnels. You know, I know Miles here has been, you know, in the BIM funnels, and some of you guys here, you're on his team, so you've seen the BIM funnels, and it was like as simple as sending traffic to funnels and having stuff convert. And really, before BIM, I had never really seen that before myself, and I was never in BIM, so I never got to experience the awesomeness that Miles got to experience. I was like sitting on the sidelines trying to get my damn traffic source back and trying to figure out a better way. But the bottom line is, you know, we tried a whole bunch of different things over the course of the past several months, and going back to 5 weeks ago, we basically came up with an idea, which I'm going to hand it over to Jordan here because I've just been hogging the screen, and I'm going to go ahead and let him share with you guys. Miles is like, finally. Miles knows all about
hogging. No, I'll tell you what, I love Angela's passion. I love to hear her talk, and also I love to hear Jordan's passion. So I'm just, again, I myself, again, I'm going to try to keep quiet, guys, because
please don't.
I have a lot to share with you, but I'm going to tell you something. It's not, folks, it's not just about making money online. It's lifestyle, and I love being around passionate people. That's why I do this. Like, I joke with my wife all the time. You know, we go to the mall and we see some people walking around in a daze. I call them the Walking Dead. I love being around passionate people. So, Jordan, it's all yours, brother.
My God, you know, to take off where Angela left off, and really to touch on what you just talked about, it is really exciting to be around people that just want to live life, you know, and that are, oh my God, just thriving in life and have energy to go out and succeed in life. You know, I often heard a quote from a good friend of mine, and you know, I'm going to butcher it. By God, I'm going to butcher it. But he says, if you have the ability to go out there and succeed and you don't, you're being selfish, because there's so many people you can help with your success. And, you know, another thing that he talks about, and this is just so cool, he talks about the fact that he loves driving, you know, $80,000, $90,000 cars, and his friends are like, well, I can get one for $30,000. That's pretty much exactly the same thing. It's just a different name brand. And he says, yeah, well, the difference is my success. I go buy a $90,000 car. I put a whole lot more money in a lot of different people's pockets because they make more money per hour. So I'm helping more people because I'm spending more money, and they get higher wages, and it's the trickle-down effect, you know? So if you have the ability to go out there and succeed, folks, and you don't do it, it's selfish, right? If you're here right now, you all have the ability to succeed because you got a computer, you got a phone, you're looking at something, and you have a desire, and that's really the most important part, you know? Like Angela was talking about, and I don't know if Miles touched on this, most people don't stick around, right? Most people don't have a desire even. Most people are like, oh yeah, that looks nice, like I wish I could. I remember when I had a friend back in the day, and I love him to death. He's a great guy, good friend, taught me a ton about cooking, running restaurants, and you know, sneaking outside to take the occasional puff while you're working, you know, like back in the day. But so taught me a ton about all that different stuff. But I remember when I first found this industry and I told him what I was doing, and I said, hey man, you got to get in on this thing with me. This looks amazing, right? Well, then I went on to struggle, spend $18,000 in 5 months, make $35 in commissions in one commission, and I was like, okay, that didn't work, you know, like something's wrong here because I'm out of credit card money and I need to figure this out. But he saw that and he's like, yeah, I don't want to do that. He said, I tell you what, when you have your first like $2,000 a month, get in touch with me, because at that rate I could probably almost quit my job. I'm like, okay. So I had a $2,000 a month and I contacted him and he said, yeah, no, I need to see something a little bigger. So he kept stretching the number out, and you know, then it was like, you need to quit your job. So I quit my job and told him about it, and he's like, nah, that's not enough for me. When you're making $10,000 a month, I'm like, okay. So then I make $10,000 a month. Showed it to him. He's like, nah, that's not enough either. I'm like, dude, I'm making 5 times the money you're making. What are you talking about? You know, probably not 5 times, probably like 2 or 3 times. But nevertheless, and there's nothing wrong with what he chose to do in life. I'm not downplaying that. It's just some people, folks, they don't have the desire to even want something different, and that's fine if they don't. But it shows me that because you're here right now, like Miles said, you could be doing all sorts of other things, but you're here right now listening to us talk about how you can change your life, right? And really, that's why me and Angela have put together and done this just absolute amazing thing that is blowing our minds. My God.
It continually, by the hour, it continues to blow our minds.
I mean, we just had
more.
like 180 people join in the past like 45 minutes when we went out to dinner. It's like, holy cow, I can't even, I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute, we're adding, no, there was more than, no, okay, no, there was 180 different people. Okay, holy cow, this like just happened. It's absolutely amazing. So just to fill you in, folks, on what we've done and why we've done it, like Angela said, we wanted a way for the little person to succeed. We wanted a way, and we're not calling
the little person, the new
say,
person. We're saying it wrong.
Right. We say that in loose terms, really. We wanted a way for where someone could come in, because I know back in the day when I got involved, I was out there marketing and I had no clue what I was doing, right? Like I didn't have something where I could literally buy into traffic and get results. I didn't have something where I could copy and paste a few things and get some results. I didn't have the stuff that's here nowadays. And I remember looking at the guy who brought me in, who's a phenomenal mentor of mine, absolute amazing guy. He actually has been he helped us out a little bit here in the past few days in a huge way that I'm going to thank him for in a big way in a short period of time here. And I remember looking at him and saying, you know what, I'm brand new and I don't have any results to speak of. Why would someone want to come work with me when they could just work with people like him who've made millions of dollars? Like, I don't understand what the catch is. I don't understand what the draw is. And so I knew that like getting a result was the key. And you know, so I worked really hard to get that first result so I could roll that over and show people that I could get a result, whether it was getting traffic or getting a lead or whatever. And so what we know is we've got a very simple formula put together, folks, that you can plug in with something that has proven results with traffic that you don't have to understand, and you can get a result, because when you have a result to speak of, you can turn around and market that a whole lot more effectively. And we actually have the part of the formula where we teach you how to turn around and market that a whole lot more effectively to take your results and catapult them to a whole new level. And here's the thing that we knew about what we were doing. And like Angela said, I don't know if she went really deeply into this, but we knew it had to happen with cold traffic for one. And like she said, cold traffic, there's different kinds of cold traffic. We knew it had to happen specifically with the kind of cold traffic that could scale up without the new person having to learn marketing skills, without having to go on Facebook and learn paid marketing strategies, without having to go on Google or YouTube and learn any of those paid marketing strategies. Because think about this, if you have to learn the psychology of marketing and putting ads up and what capture pages are linking to and all that different stuff, it takes a lot of money invested to learn what makes it work. Well, if you simply plug in with someone saying, hey, we've got this page, and we've got this traffic source, and we know it's working. We're not guaranteeing the exact same results, but we're saying across the board, these are the results we're getting. We know it's working for a lot of different people with a lot of different traffic sources. We know that it is. Well, then we'd be good to rock for the new persons. But we couldn't start there, right? We could not start at the place where we had what we have today. And so we were like, you know, we tested a bunch of different funnels over the past 6 months. Really, 6 months ago, we were both just in a daze. We're like, okay, we got to do something. We're not making money. More importantly, our team is not making money, and we need to figure this out to make this work for our teams as well as us. Like we're about to be in the poorhouse, you know. Like if we don't figure something out here, so we started looking at different funnels and testing them, and funnel after funnel just kept flopping. I mean, I'm talking like 5, 6, 7,000 clicks going into a funnel, and like 2 to 3 sales happening, and you're just like, oh my God, this is brutal, this is painful. Kept going though, kept going, because we're like, it's got to happen. You know, we don't fully understand this yet, but we'll figure something out that's going to work because it has to happen, and we need it to happen. And so we kept going, kept going, kept going. The last funnel we made completely flopped with cold traffic. Now it was working with Facebook traffic. It was working where Angela was putting ads up on Facebook, and she was getting $8 signups, meaning she spent $8 on leads or on ads, and she was getting signups into a business that was $25 to get started. So instantly, she's making profit. It was like, holy cow, that's never happened before. But
it wasn't good enough.
The person, the average person or the new person or whoever coming in couldn't jump in, learn that skill set, learn the marketing, put the ads up, get them all approved, and have it all work. It wasn't something that someone could plug in within a day and get things moving. It would have taken weeks, maybe even months, for them to really perfect that as well. So we knew that wasn't the case. Even though that works, we're not downplaying that. We're not downplaying any of the other stuff. We knew that that works. We just couldn't go there, right? And so taking that into account with the other reason why we did what we did, which is also, I think, the reason why everyone's like, where did you guys come from? Like, and Miles is like, you guys have been around for at least 2 weeks. You had to have been.
You guys were around for a couple weeks.
So you had to have been.
Days.
It was 48. It was like 48. You know, we're like, we've only been going for like less than 60 hours here, and I'm like, how did we do? I don't even know how we did it.
But Jordan, here's the thing. Your results, which I've been following very closely, are equivalent to somebody that's been around for weeks, almost a month, and I mean that.
Yeah, it's insane. Well, we talked, you know, everyone we've talked to, you know, our programmer is just floored. He's like, what is happening? How are you doing this? We're like,
well, we also didn't give him any notice. We didn't tell him like thousands of people are going to be joining after 3 days.
Yeah.
We were like, oh yeah, we built this little thing for our team, and you know, like maybe a few other people will join it. And then on Sunday night, like we launch it, and you know, I posted some Facebook ads, obviously, and I told Paulo, he's a really good friend of mine. I told Paulo and I told Eli, and those are like literally the only 2 leaders that I told that are, because they're good friends of mine. I'm like, hey, I'm launching this thing, and you know, it is open to people that you know aren't in you know my team. So if you guys want to promote it or whatever, I don't want to like take anybody from you. So you can go out there and promote it. And they're like, yeah, this is awesome. And I mean, it just spread. Like, yeah. I mean,
wildfire.
Like, I was just like, what? Like, I mean, like thousands of, we literally have almost, like, what do we have? Like,
we're almost at 2,000. We're at, like, we just did 180 new people inside of, like, 45 minutes.
Wow.
It's crazy. But so how do we get here? You know, that's really the question. And this is why it's so important for the new person or the person who's been struggling or even the person who's made money but still isn't where they want to be, or even the person who's a leader who has a team and they know how to succeed, but they're like, my team's not succeeding. You know, either if you fall into any one of those areas, here's why this is so important. Everything in the history of our industry, the home business industry, the affiliate marketing, internet marketing space, everything that has ever come to the marketplace, to my knowledge, has always come through like someone comes up with an idea and they go to their close friends and they say, let's launch this to the marketplace. Now, some people might think, well, you guys went to Paulo and Eli and launched this to the marketplace. That's not how it happened. Let's go back a little bit further. We'll explain exactly how this happened and why it happened this way. We said we could take this to our 6- and 7-figure earner friends. We could take this to our entire teams and literally have it out to tens of thousands of people inside of 3 weeks, all over the social networks and like crazy, and people doing all their marketing strategies. And we could get a ton of people into this thing because the vision is amazing and the system is amazing, the concept is amazing. We could do this, but what we really want is to prove that there is a way for someone knowing nothing can plug in with a traffic source, can take a funnel, and can put it together without them even understanding how that happens. We literally have everything set up for people and just start getting some results, right? Not knowing what's happening. And so what typically happens, like I said, and I've launched 3 or 4 different products of my own before this in a big way. It's actually what allowed me to have my first like $10,000. It was like a 6-day period. I had my first $10,000 6-day period years back. Was we launched a product. We went to some good friends of ours and we launched to a big sphere of influence, right? Well, what does that do? It does a lot for the person who's launching the product. It does a lot for the other people who are helping them launch the product and making money on every sale. It does a lot for the big people that know and have lists that can mail out and have spheres of influence. and it does a very little bit for the brand new person or the person who's been around and struggling to actually make sales and put anything in their pocket. That, yeah, you make a little bit of money, and I'm not downplaying it, it works. It's clearly made billions and tens of billions, hundreds of billions of dollars in our industry. But what we wanted to do was take our funnel, go to the marketplace, cold traffic, prove that it worked without a shadow of a doubt across multiple different traffic sources over multiple days, all, now here's the kicker, folks, without us emailing our list, without us getting on the phone with them, without us plugging them into Hangouts like we're doing right now or anything like that.
Without us telling Paulo or Eli.
All front-end conversions, right? Like all literally the person clicks, comes to a website, decides to put in their email address, and watches a video, and right then and there they decide to get started. And what happened was we realized immediately that 25 people out of every 1,000 people that clicked on our capture page were deciding to get started. 2.5% of the clicks. Now, if you guys want to understand that a little bit better, basically for every single person that watches our video, for every 100 people that watch our video and see our vision and learn about our concept, we are getting between 12 and 15% of those people that decide to get started with us. All on the front end. All on the front end. So what is that? Why is this so powerful? And what does this mean for the new person or the person struggling or the person with a team who has teams that are struggling? It means the new person can get results on the front end, and then you can take those results and turn around and market the heck out of them and get bigger results, right? And so once we had that in place, that's when we started coming to people like, where did this come from? I mean, I remember Paulo, he's like, dude, am I in a dream right now? Like, he's like, are you guys serious? Like, he was just floored when we were telling him this stuff, and for good reason, because we're like, dude, these numbers they don't seem right to me. They don't seem right. Well, they're happening. Other people are having these same results today. Up until today, pretty much no one else was really testing a lot of cold traffic, and we've seen multiple different people come through and say, hey, I'm getting the same results with different traffic sources, with my traffic sources. Like, okay, this is awesome. So it's happening again and again and again, and that's why when we came on Sunday night, it was like 6 p.m. on Sunday night, we finally held a hangout for our team members. And we said, we're going live. You know, like, you guys are live, and we're going to bring, you guys can go and market and bring some people in. Well, Sunday night, we had about 300 or 400 people join off of a hangout of about maybe 400 people. Over the course of the night, pretty much everyone that was on that hangout got started with us, and it just blew up and went viral from there in the past 72 hours. It's just literally, it's been just 72 hours at this point. And let me pull up and refresh my screen. I want you guys to see this. This is absolutely amazing. Okay, so
tell them where it's at now. So let's see. It's at...
No, that's not right.
Okay, yeah, that was a different screen. We've got a whole bunch of test accounts to test different different ones so that, like, we can test proper.
It's right here. Okay, so we were at 1,816, and then we refreshed that right before the hangout, Miles, which was about 35 minutes ago, okay? And typically, folks, if I get like 1 to 2 signups a week on a consistent basis, I'm like stoked. I got my best month last year was 11 signups, and I was averaging 5 figures a month. My best month was 11 signups. We were at 1816. We're now at 1834, which is almost 20 people in the past 35 minutes. Wow. It's just literally just nonstop. It's nonstop people flowing in, and our traffic has only been dripping in at this point in time. It's really
even ramped up yet.
It's really going to ramp up. So the whole concept, the whole vision was for the new person to be able to get started, get a result, and really do some things. And ultimately, there's more we'll touch on about the vision, Miles. You know, with the Freedom League and all the other stuff that I know I'm excited about it, and I know it's going to help a lot of people get to that next level. So for now, let's pass it back to you, my friend, and just yeah.
Hey guys, you touched upon something, the Freedom League. I know what that is, and guess what? I am eligible, as of this morning, I'm eligible for the Freedom League.
Nice.
Hey, that is powerful.
Awesome. That is so awesome.
Yeah, I just started, I really don't even call it advertising. I haven't done any paid advertising. I just kind of got the word out, and I have signups coming in left and right. It's just fantastic.
You know, the cool thing about that is we didn't change our coding, which means you actually got twice the signups that we actually are. We originally had it at double, like people need to get this many signups to get into the Freedom League, and then we brought it down because we're like, we don't want to make it too difficult for people to get into the Freedom League because we really want to, we really want to get people to that next level. But congratulations, man. I'm so excited.
That's amazing.
I know you're going to help a ton of people get in there, and we're going to make that thing go to the next level. This is powerful.
Well, Jordan and Angel, that's what it's all about, because you guys touched upon a lot of things that really hit home with me. I mean, I have a sizable team, and a lot of my team is doing extremely well. And again, I'm not going to pull punches here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm speaking the truth. A lot of my team members are struggling, for whatever reason. And also, a lot of my team members, don't have the money to spend a lot of money on advertising. And also, I always get the same question. Well, Miles, you've made money. You've done this and that. You can post those results. I don't have any results to post, and they're struggling at the same time. Now, what really excites me about this new system or movement, whatever you want to call it, is, again, people that haven't even gotten their first sale, their first sign up, are getting signups, and now they can go ahead and get excited and post those results, and get more sales. So I'm just really excited, and anybody out there that has a team should be excited. And if you don't have a team, you should still be excited, because another thing that's really cool about this is, you can get all the signups in the world, okay? But, there's a lot of phases, to this business. We want to talk about retention. It's one thing to, bust your butt, to get people to align with you and make sales. But if these people that are joining you are not also making sales, your retention rate is going to be way down. So again, having the opportunity for these people that have never made sales before, to get that first sale, that second, third sale, obviously you are going to retain the team that you built. So again, being a sponsor, team leader, whatever you want to call me, I'm excited, because my philosophy when I first started this business, sort of like the Marines, they say leave no man behind. Well, I believe leave no man or woman, leave no person behind. I want to see everyone on my team, and I don't care if you just joined yesterday. I want to see everyone on my team making money. And again, what I see here, with the stats that you guys have, I haven't seen anything like it. And I don't think I've seen anything like it. So
blowing our mind.
I'm excited. I'm excited, and I'm just so proud of you guys for bringing this to the market. So.
Thank you so much.
Do you want to touch on the Freedom League, or should I? You go for it.
Nope, you can hug on the screen. No. So yeah, we were just talking about the Freedom League, which is really, really awesome, because so many different systems, so many different teams out there have like buy-ins to get to a certain level. Like, oh, if you buy this product, then you can get to this level of mastermind, or you can get to this group. And we didn't want to be like that, because what we wanted was to create what we kind of look at as like a leadership factory, wherein you can't you can't actually buy in to the Freedom League. You actually have to get accepted into the Freedom League by way of producing a result. Yeah. Because what our mission is, what our goal is to help you create a result, and then to help you teach others how to create a result. We want to actually create leaders. It's why we're on these Hangouts. We're doing Hangouts all week long right now with various different leaders like Miles and all these different leaders, because we know that in order to get our vision out there and speak our vision, the leaders are the ones that can bring it to the masses. The leaders are the ones that can help the most people to actually break through and succeed. And there's no way that me and Jordan, by our lonesomes, can do it ourselves. We need leaders on our teams in order to actually do that. And so, step one is to get a result. Like, we want you guys to get a result. So we literally have two different very easy ways for you to get signups in your first week. The first one is literally the exact same traffic sources that me and Jordan use, the same exact ones that are getting us 12 to 14% conversions right now in our own businesses, the same ones that got us 188 signups in 60 hours with cold traffic. It's the the same sources. And then, you know, we've got people out there that don't really have any marketing budget at all, and so we wanted to have something for those people to succeed. And so we have Facebook events where we actually are a little bit like a day behind on this, but we need to create a new Facebook event with new copy. We're going to be doing that every single week so that people can post events and literally send people directly to our funnel, so that people that have never had a result, like what Miles was just talking about, can go and get a result and start succeeding. But here's the thing, once you guys follow those steps, you have the opportunity to get a result. I mean, with paid traffic, it's very, very easy to get a result. With the Facebook traffic, it's also pretty easy to get a result. You just have to be consistent with it. But here's the freedom link. We allow you to, if you get 5 signups in your very first week, not week, 2 weeks, very first 2 weeks within our system, you get moved into what's called the Freedom League, and we do private hangouts, private calls, wherein we essentially mold you into leaders. We mold you into leaders. We teach you how to essentially lift other people up. Because here's the thing, you know, when a lot of people get into this industry, and myself included, sometimes, most of the time, somebody has to believe in you before you can believe in yourself. And that is a skill that has to be trained. It's a skill, I mean, I didn't learn how to do that for other people until like way, way, way further along. I've been in this industry a long time. And so what our mission is to help you guys learn that skill, help you guys learn how to lift people up, help you learn how to not only help people get their first result, but help mold other leaders in this industry, so that this vision and this movement is really what it's turned into over the course of the past 72 hours, just something we didn't even realize would happen. We just want it to span around the world so fast and so wide and touch so many people, because we know that if it does, we can help the most people succeed. So 5 people in your first 2 weeks, it's actually really simple. We may have set the bar a little bit too low, to be honest, because we literally have people messaging it. I had a guy message me today. I've never heard of the guy before. So, you know, he's not like somebody that's on Empower Network leaderboards everywhere or anything like that. And if I told you the number, it would probably be wrong, but it was somewhere between 30 and 40 signups that he's gotten since he got started like 48 hours ago with us. So it's not like, you know, a person that's like, you know, in, you know, Empower Network leaderboards and in the top 10 everywhere. It's a person that I had never heard of before that's literally got between 30 to 40 signups since we got started here, because he's literally just following the formula, which is just like the coolest thing ever, because so many different times I've just seen where you get involved in something and they're like, oh, all you have to do is follow the simple formula, and you follow the formula and you're like, okay, well, I did it and I didn't get a result. Like here, new people are actually getting a result. I had a girl on my team, she's been on my team for 5 months. Today, she got her first 2 sales she's ever gotten ever on the internet. She's never been in this industry before. Today, she got 2 sales because she literally just plugged in and followed the formula.
That's so awesome.
I'm just so excited. I'm stoked. I'm so excited. So I don't think I even told the second part of it. So if you don't get 5 signups in your first 2 weeks, you can get 25 signups in the lifetime in the system, and that will also admit you into the Freedom League. We'll help mold you into a leader. We don't want to leave anyone behind. If somebody's out there getting results, we want to help you help others. So go ahead. I mean, Miles is just itching to tell me something.
Hey, Angela, I'm kind of selfish. I admit it. I'm a selfish sponsor, mentor, whatever. People that are around me, people that follow me, I'm a little selfish. I like to see them do well. I really do. I want everyone who, you know, is associated with me in this movement. I want every single one of those people in the Freedom League. Every single one of them. Every one of them. That's definitely one of my goals.
Yeah, the cool thing about that, you know, and like Angela mentioned on this, I mean, there's a lot of times where people can like buy into a mastermind or pay more money to get access to certain events and whatnot, and not that there's anything wrong with that, because by God, people paying for education, paying to surround yourself with leaders, paying to do that stuff is the money is like nothing compared to what you walk away with, right? I do it, Angela does it, all that stuff. We wanted just to be a little bit different for simple fact that we, like she said, this is a leadership factory, is what our Freedom League is, and we really only want to work with people that are producing results, because we know that when someone has actually put in the effort, when someone has actually made a decision to go all in with something and do whatever it takes to achieve a certain level of success, then you know you can work with that person and move them along a whole lot faster than if you had to take someone from ground zero and bring them through. And so what we're going to be able to do is we're literally going to be able to take that group of people and propel them into the next level of success, while we can just keep pulling new people in as quickly as possible, especially with the help of people like Miles and the other leaders that we have working with us, who are hopefully going to help us coach inside the Freedom League, and bring these people up and train them on how to not only get from there to the next level, but also for you guys to go back and bring your team members into the Freedom League, because then we just keep pulling people up. We keep pulling people up. And the reason we created this, and you know, this number is just, it's so tiny now compared to where we're at already.
Yeah.
Our vision a month ago was we want to create 100 new six-figure earners this year. In the last, it would have been the last 6 months of the year, but we ran into some tech issues with building systems and all that stuff that we're not going to get into tonight. But the bottom line is we had a vision to create 100 new six-figure earners this year, and we're going to blow that out of the freaking water with what we've come up with here. It's just absolutely amazing to watch. And so the only way to really do that is not to focus on every single person out there. We want to focus on the people that are already producing, because we can propel them to six figures a whole lot faster. We can propel them to making it like $8,400 a month, and you're a six-figure earner. We can propel people to that level if they've already come in and produced some results, and then you guys can pull people up as well. So that's how we're going to get there. It's not going to be, you know, me and Angela pulling a few people up to the six-figure level. It's not going to be me, Angela, and Miles, and even a few of the leaders that we have. It's literally going to be the new people that are coming in that become a part of the Freedom League, that have never really gotten amazing results before, that can go on and inspire other people to go out there and do what it takes to become a part of it, and just keep pulling people up. And that's how we're going to get there. But we're going to go a whole lot more than 100 six-figure earners this year. We're going to blow that out of the water. Yeah.
It's like you focus on something. We were focusing on it so intently, like right before we launched this thing. Like we actually meditated on it like multiple different times, and we're like, we've got to do this. We're getting 100 new six-figure earners. That's it, period. And sometimes when you focus on something so intently with so much like focus, it's like it makes it happen so much faster. And so already, like, the results that we're getting are so staggering, and the people that are coming in are like blowing our minds, and we're like, holy crap, like we're going to be there in like, I mean, I can't say we're going to be there in a day, but I mean, we're going to be there way sooner than 5.5 months from now. So it's really, really exciting.
Right. So go ahead.
We have some questions. I think I'm checking. I have another screen opening. I'm checking some comments and questions. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to speak for the people that are watching that really can't speak. So I'm going to play the part as, you know, somebody here watching, somebody at home watching, and you know, they've listened to what's going on here. They listened to, you know, what the movement's about. If I'm a person sitting here watching, how could I get started? I'm going to start there, guys. Then I'm going to ask you some other questions. So, you know, I raised my hand. I'm interested. Okay. All right. How can I get started with this movement?
So I would assume that you might. I don't know where this hangout is being watched, but I would assume you've got somewhere where they can either get in touch with the person who invited them here, get in touch with you to get a join link. And essentially, we've done a few very unique things about the Freedom Fighters Network here. Is first and foremost, we believe in it so much, folks, that we're going to let you get inside and test drive it for 7 days for free. And more importantly than that, we believe in it so much that we guarantee you'll make money with it in your first 30 days, or we'll pay you $150 cash out of our pocket. If you follow our formula and you don't get a result, if you don't sign people up and make a commission in your first 30 days, we will pay you $150 cash out of our own pockets. And, you know, I mean, there's so much more to it than that. But I would imagine, Miles, you got a link down below, or you got something where they can get in touch with, but just get in it. You know, that's how you do it.
There's one caveat, though, to what Jordan just said that I want to make sure that your team is aware of. You can get started for free. We want you to get started for free right now by getting in contact with Miles or whoever brought you here. But you're going to notice a timer at the top of the page when you land on the video or the join page or whatnot. And we want to make you aware that the timer is real. You know, there's so much fake scarcity out there. There's so much like, oh, you've got to take action now before the timer hits 0, and then lo and behold, the timer hits 0 and nothing happens, and the price is still the same, or they still have the same offer, or whatever it is. And, you know, one of the things that's also from a conversion standpoint made this funnel convert so much higher than anything that we've ever seen is the fact that timer is real.
Yep.
And the reason why we made it real outside of just conversions is because in reality, in all honesty, from the bottom of our hearts, we want to work with people that are ready to take action now, because we know that if you're willing to take action now that some people aren't willing to take, that you have the easiest time, we have the easiest time rather changing your life. We have the easiest time working with you. You're a person that's coachable, which is something that matters to us. And so we put the timer in there. From a conversion standpoint, it's just worked incredibly. But from, like just a pure, like, we wanted to work with people that are willing to take action. So that's why that's there. You'll notice the price does go up to the full $47 a month after the timer hits zero. So when you land on that page, you want to make sure you actually complete your order before that timer goes to zero.
Did you weren't on? I don't know if you were on the hangout we did a couple hours ago, Miles. But Bo was. He's like, I just really had to test it and see. So I let the timer run down. He's like, and I had to pay $47 to get in this dang thing.
That's so funny.
I was like, all right, yep. I mean,
well, that's great because we need some real proof. So he's
so
absolutely
Yeah. So funny. Yeah, no, and it's funny too, like just something else we've got going on, like with the whole system. I know Miles knows about this, but nobody else here does probably know about it. What we have is the timer concept just worked so well. We were like, well, what about the people that that don't take action before it hits zero?
That
what about
don't believe that it's actually going to hit zero? The price is going to stay up.
Right, like people like Bo, right? So we were like, oh, like what will happen? Well, basically what we decided to do is the second day, so you're out there, you're marketing this funnel, and you get like 12 to 14% front-end conversions, which is awesome. I mean, literally, like if you never send another email ever, that's like an incredible conversion rate, like over time, let alone like front-end conversions. But we're like, how can we like raise that conversion rate? How can we help people make even more money? And we decided, there's a lot of people that are probably sitting there, just like Bo said, and waiting, well, I don't know if these people are really legit. Like, is this thing really going to hit zero and then the offer is going to go away? So on day 2 of the email series, we have an email that goes out that will allow people to get started for $7, but they can only start for $7 if the timer, doesn't hit zero. So it's like we're giving you a second chance, and what it's done, we've actually seen this because we didn't test it a ton before we actually launched because the friend conversions were high enough. I mean, they were literally like dwarfing like our minimum conversion rate that we wanted, which was 5%.
They were dwarfing our maximum.
Yeah, our maximum we were hoping for was like 10%, and they're dwarfing that. So we're like, let us go ahead and launch. But we had this idea to put this in place, and we haven't even actually rerun the numbers, so I couldn't even tell you what our numbers are right now.
We're seeing $7 commissions rolling in.
I'm seeing them come in like every few minutes. I'm seeing a $7 commission roll in. So I know that a lot of people are taking action on that, and that's raised the conversions like significantly, which we probably should run the numbers on that so we're on Hangouts like this. I'm not sitting here going, what's the numbers? But anyway, it's really, really cool. We're super excited, and super excited to have you on board as well, Miles, because it's just awesome.
That is so cool, guys. And folks, I just want to clarify something for you guys out there. We are marketers. We are online internet marketers, whatever you want to call us. So, guys, if you think about this timer that they're using and the way they're using it, not just the timer, but the way they're using it, it's incredible. And folks, who's the timer for? I want to see how many people are reading between the lines or with me here. Who's the timer for? Guys, it's not like you're being penalized with that timer. The timer is actually going to help you in your business. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You as a business person, you as a marketer, listen to me. If you want to make your life easier, you want to be able to sleep and not work 14 hours a day, you are going to need to align yourself with people that are serious just like you.
Yeah.
You don't want tire kickers that are going to, yeah, I kind of want to do it, okay? Then they join. All right, well, now they've joined. But they sit there really doing nothing. You want people who take action. If you work with people like that, guys, you're going to have a successful business, and trust me, you're going to have a much, much easier life where you can go on, you'll make a lot of money, but you want to be able to go on vacation and enjoy your life, not just, working your business all the time. So, again, guys, I'm a marketer, so I can see it clearly. The timer is an ingenious idea because
I wish I could take credit for it, but it was all Angela, and then
thank you, Angela.
from our programmer too. It was actually a misunderstanding from the programmer. We wanted it just on the checkout page. After talking about it, and our programmer's like, "You mean the sales video page?" We're like, "No, the checkout page."
And then we're like, "Wait a minute."
Like, wait a minute, maybe we do want it on the sales video page.
And then we found a way to carry it over from the sales video to the order page. So like, no matter if you refresh the page, no matter what you do, you close the page, you come back. No matter what happens, you know, if the timer's on 22 minutes and 18 seconds, if you click to go to that order page, it's going to be on 22 minutes, 17 seconds, 16, and counting down. So it's really cool. I've never really seen it done before. I think that's one of the big reasons why it's converting so well.
Absolutely. You know, the cool thing about it, too, and this is something we've not even pitched to people yet, but you said it right there, Miles. This was something we were talking about, is once we have a lot of results to speak of, which is really coming in quickly now, we can literally go out there and just take a ton of testimonials. And for the people that don't get started for free, whatever. For the people that don't get started for the $7 trial, fine. We now have days and days and days and days and days of testimonials that we can email out to them and more or less say, look at this. All these people are getting results because we have this scarcity in place, because we have this timer in place that is getting conversions. So you can sit there and say, well, I really want to get in for free, or I'd really like to get in for a discount, or you can just get in for the $47, which is going to be nothing compared to what you have the ability to make here. So just freaking get in, oh my God, or sit there and keep watching it happen. You got two choices: watch it happen or be part of it happening. Be part of the movement. I mean, it's really just two options. It's just such an amazing thing that it's turning into a really powerful thing. So we're excited about that from a marketing standpoint. And my God, woo.
So goosebumps, have goosebumps.
That's great, guys. You know, you talk about watching it happen. I can tell you firsthand, and then I have a question for you, because I'm looking at the comments here and somebody does have a question. But I can tell you firsthand, I was in Tampa, Florida over the weekend, actually hanging with Paulo. And Paulo was just fired up all weekend. In fact, he kept running up and down the stairs because he was on a hangout upstairs. And you know, we're just kind of hanging out, and Paulo kind of disappears. So I'm like, Paulo, brother, what are you doing? What's going on? So he started breaking it down for me, and I'll be honest with you. He doesn't know this, but I was actually standing outside the bedroom door.
Your ear like this?
Yeah, I could have just jumped on the hangout like everybody else, but I was standing outside the bedroom door just trying to see if I could get some juicy stuff that maybe wasn't talked about. But
that's awesome.
Okay, so there is a question. There is a question because the speed of implementation of this business, the flurry of people signing up, there's an A and there's a B side to everything. So the B side to this, and this goes with the question, for people that already have teams, okay, and they have people on their team. So basically, when someone joins, there's links floating around all over out there. They could, because they're so excited, I understand.
Yep.
They could inadvertently join, another leader's or whoever's team. And once they realize that's happened, if they want to be moved to someone else's team, is that possible, guys? Can they do that?
I mean, it would have to be agreed upon by all parties, because it's not something we can just legally. It's not just something we can legally just do in that for. I mean, we don't have control over that.
Unless they join our link, and then we're more than happy to. If somebody were to join mine or Jordan's link, we're happy to move anyone. But if somebody joins, Bob Countertop's link, then I'd have to be
creative. She's really creative right now. I think we've used all our creative juice on that timer.
Yeah, great guys. And you know what I would say? My take on that is, we are, as marketers, I look at it this way. We're really one big family, and there are so many people out there that are interested in changing their life. Folks, I can assure you, there's no shortage. Okay, there's no shortage of people that want to make money online and change their lives. So unless it's really an issue, guys, I really wouldn't worry about that. What I would tell you is,
importantly on that, Miles, too, and sorry for interrupting here, but more importantly on that is, doesn't that just mean you should get in now before you? I was
gonna say that.
Oh my God, I got in, and then you're like, shit, why didn't I get in? Just get in now, and then go about it the right way. Bring it to your team and say, hey guys, this is what I'm doing. and you should do it too. Like, here's why I'm doing it, and you should do it too, right? Like, I mean, it really is that simple. You know, it's not a rocket science decision. It's not like something. It is a life-changing decision. It is a life-changing decision, but it's not rocket science. It's a simple decision to go ahead and take action and get started. However that happens here, Miles knows and you guys know, and I don't know how that goes on with what's going on here, but just do it, because I promise you, it's going to hurt if all of a sudden you get like 5 of your team members coming in and saying, well, I already got in that thing, right? Just do it now.
You know, and with that said, so you said something very key, and folks, just so you know, believe it or not, guys, we are getting towards the end of the Hangouts. I know you guys are used to me having these sometimes 2-hour Hangouts, but I just wanted to be very concise, guys, and share with you, what's going on. I know there were questions out there, and again, I wanted to bring this to my team, I wanted to bring this to my followers, and I wanted to bring this to my friends. So, Jordan asked a very good question, and it relates to me, definitely. The question is, why am I here? Why am I doing this? People want to know, why is Miles doing this? Why did he get involved? Here's why. 2 reasons. Number one, I want to be able to take my business to a whole nother level. I'm doing quite well. I'm blessed. But again, I want to take my business to another level. And then number two, I want to see my team members, all of my team members, not 30%, 50%. I want to see all of my team members being successful, doing the same thing. And then I want them to go out and replicate and do the same thing for their teams. So, if anybody's wondering, that's why I got involved, and that's why I'm here. So.
That's so awesome. I'll let Angela take this. That's powerful, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean, it just goes back to, a lot of the leaders that we've talked to that have come to us about this have said that very same thing. You don't personally need this. It's like you can go out there, you can make money with anything because you just know how to do that. But the bottom line is the new person doesn't. And so the reason you're here is because you see a way for the average person to be able to come in and succeed, which is what our vision is. That's what we want. That's what's happening now, actually. I mean,
yes, it is.
I mean, I just need to literally go back, and I had to shut my Facebook down earlier today because I was getting bombarded with like so many messages, and I was like, oh my God, I got to run traffic. But it was like, I've got to go back and actually check, because every time I were to look at Facebook, I saw, somebody that was just like, thank you, I just got my first sign up. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I got 4 signups today. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you won't believe I got 34 signups in a couple of days. I've never had any. We've had people come to us. Who was the guy that said he'd never seen conversion? Oh, I know. It's Tom the Furry Hat Guy. So most people know Tom the Furry Hat Guy, but he said that he got was like 281 clicks, and I don't know. The numbers would be wrong, but I mean, it was like totally ridiculous. It was like higher conversions than what we've even got, and it was with cold traffic.
And the thing to catch in there, folks, a lot of people don't catch this because it was clicks, not leads. Yeah, a lot of people say, "Oh my God, it's lead to whatever." If he was getting like 200, he was getting like 300 clicks. I think he was getting like 8 or 9 signups, which is like 3% of his clicks are turning into signups. That is insane, because just insane.
All right, so the message says, I'll actually read this. It says 281 clicks and 31 signups.
Okay, that's way better.
200. So here, if I can put that up here. Can you guys see that? That's crazy.
Is dumbfounding.
It's 281 clicks and 31 signups. Like, that is freaking bizarre, and it's with cold traffic. This is not a Facebook ad with Tom's face list. This is not people that already know who he is. It's not people that even have, like, Tom's not even anywhere in the funnel. It's me and Jordan that are in the funnel. We're the ones that are branded. And he's getting 31 signups out of 281 clicks. Like that, he's getting better conversions than we're getting.
I thought I was saying big numbers when I said 9 out of 280.
I mean, it's just nuts. It's totally crazy. We're excited.
You know what, guys? I caught a little bit of that hangout. I actually did towards the end, and I saw this guy in your hangout with this funny-looking hat, and I said, "Who is that?" I know him. That's Tom, the Furry Hat Guy.
Yeah.
I know, it's funny, like, he came through, and his name actually, he came through, must have been, like, when we were sleeping during, like, the 2 hours that we've gotten per night in the past few days, but I checked the next day, because I saw that he was, like, promoting our, yeah, I finished that, I saw that he was promoting our event, and I was like, oh my god, Tom's on board, and I didn't even notice, but he put in his name on the actual form as Tom the furry hat guy for last name. So it's like actually on his profile like that. I'm like, oh my god, furry hat guy's back. So it's awesome.
So wow, guys, I really wish these hangouts were like where you could just actually, you know, just like talk back and forth to folks. I mean, I know people could be on the panel below, but anyway, guys, there's questions, there's comments, and I think we've answered most of them. And guys, if we haven't answered all of your questions, just go ahead and post in the Lipfire or just contact me personally, because guys, as soon as we get off this hangout, I got some work to do myself, reaching out to more people, because and guys, you know me, I'm not making this up here. You know this is me. I'm excited, and again, I'm not. Yeah, I'm excited for myself. Okay, but it's not just me. I mean, I'm not going to mention any names, but there are people on my team that have reached out to me, have came to me. You know, they're hanging in there. They have not quit, but they're struggling. And now we have something here. There's something here that I know is going to get them, you know, starting to get sales, you know, conversions, and being able to build a team. So how can I not be excited about that? So again, I just want to thank Angela and Jordan for hanging out with us. I really appreciate you guys.
Hey, man, thanks for having us here. And if any other questions do pop through real quick, definitely got a couple more minutes to throw some down. But otherwise, I'm sure, man, we'll be back with you sometime in the very near future. And, yeah, absolutely.
I know you guys are busy. I don't want to say near future. I want to hold you guys to it now. I want to have you guys back real soon.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Anytime.
I'd say within the week. I've got a 4-day thing going on this weekend that I am not going to be able to do anything with. I've got an event going on here in Colorado, but after that, we will be working around the clock, especially with leaders like yourself, Miles, because we're excited to work with you. You know, we're really excited to work with you, and you know what? I think we're probably more excited to work with you than you might be to work with us, just to be honest with you, man. It's really a pleasure and an honor to be here, man, and your people are in good hands. Your team is absolutely just blessed to have you. I've got to watch you from a distance, so now that we're working this closely together, I'm just stoked, man. I can't wait till we get to really exchange some ideas together and really put some stuff together, because one of the biggest things that me and Angela both know, and we keep saying this again and again and again, even though we hit the fucking ball out of the park here, and I hope I can say that word on your hangout, I don't know how professional it is here, even though we literally took the top off of the ball on this one, I mean, it's long gone out of the park with this one. We know that we don't know what we don't know. Like, there are so many things that we're learning here. It's like, oh my God, there's so many things that we haven't even thought about doing yet that we know we need to get done. People are like, what about this? We're like, oh, we didn't know that. So we're literally learning as we go, and just as importantly, aside from all the stuff we don't know, there are so many great marketing minds just like Miles that have come here and said they want to work with us, and we're so excited to, like, not only take and learn with you, but like put together what you want to put together as well to make it work. We are not, by any stretch of the means, like, our cup is empty. We are ready to rock with people, and people that want to literally run with us and help us create this monster, create this beast, create this thing, this movement. We're ready to rock with everyone that's on board with us. So, you know, it's just, I'm excited, man. We're open. We're excited. We can't wait. And, you know, the bottom line, the thing that excites me the most is, like you said, I finally see a way, and not that we haven't helped people succeed in the past, because we have. There's other great companies out there that we've helped people succeed in a lot. But I've never seen a way. Pardon me. That was some truffle oil fries coming back up there. I've never seen a way where so many brand new people that have no clue what they're doing are starting to get results. It's like, I knew that was our goal. Like, that was our intention all along. But like, to see these people posting stuff on Facebook and images and posting comments and all this stuff, I literally sit out here in the morning as the sun is rising, and I cry because I'm just so freaking happy that this is going on right now, because it's just like, oh my God, I can't believe the amount of people we're helping, and we're going to help a whole lot more with everyone who decides to get on board with us and really spread the word and the message. We're going to help a whole lot more people than the 2,000 people, almost 2,000 people that we're at right now. Actually, let's just refresh this and see where we were at. 1834, and that was at 32 minutes ago. And now we are at, holy cow.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Now we're at
1870.
1870. So 36 people in the last 35 minutes have decided to get started. Maybe some of you on the call have decided to get started. I don't know. Congratulations if you have. Welcome. We're here for you. We want to make this happen. And not want to make this happen. This is happening.
Yeah, want to make this happen is the wrong term.
This is happening. It's happening. So we're going with it. And with the help and support of awesome people like Miles, man, we're just so excited and blessed to work with amazing people like you, my friend.
It's funny you say that, guys. Before we end, I was just gonna say, the train has left the station. Okay, you guys can still jump on board. We are gonna have a call to action, of course. There's a button, I think, over to the right. So if you guys want to become part of this movement, get started, get your business going. Just click on that button and become part of the movement. So. With that said, I want to thank my guests again, Angela Moore, Jordan Schultz, and guys, those of you on my team will be having our weekly hangout next Monday at 7:30. And also, before I forget, I'm also going to be doing hangouts on Wednesday night for people that become part of this movement and actually align with me. I'm going to have special hangouts for you guys, so hope to see you all there. With that said, guys, have a great night. My name is Miles Seegers, and I will see all of you next week. Take care, guys.